Hey y'all, what's up? What's up? My name is Blair and Momentum. All right, check it out. Today I'm going to do a video that's a request video from a subscriber. All right, here we go. I want to talk about hard and soft negotiations. Now, soft negotiations are simple. You market, someone calls you, you go through all the questions and you give them a quote and they accept. After they accept, you agree to a place to meet, and that's it. Now, hard negotiations are this. I'm going to give you about 2 or 3 examples. I had a guy call me once. Actually, he texted me. And basically, we couldn't agree on a price. So what I did was I contacted my wholesaler. And to make a long story short, I was texting him while I was on the phone with my wholesalers, and they were on the phone with their buyers. We were on the phone for about, an hour? Well, anyway, the whole process lasted 7 days. We weren't on the phone 7 days, but, me and him went back and forth for about 6 or 7 days. Well, anyway, we got it done. We met. He was in Wisconsin, and we agreed to meet in Gurnee, which is an hour from him and an hour from me. So that went well. Now, another example that I can give you is the guy called me. He texted me actually, and he had 12 boxes, and all of the boxes had the expiration dates in order. He had them in 3 sections. So I said, okay, this guy has sold his stuff before. So anyway, I gave him a quote. He counteroffered. And I basically stayed where I was. No, actually, I counteroffered. And then he said, okay. And I said, okay, why don't we meet here? Because he lives in Skokie, which is about, about 45, 50 minutes away from where I live at. I said, how about we meet on Fullerton? He said, okay. The next day, he calls me and says, can you bring him to me? Can you come to me? I said, okay. I'm taking $40 off. And then he didn't say nothing. The next day, he texted me. He said, okay, how about we meet on the same street but farther west? I said, okay. Anyway, long story short, when I met him, we started laughing because he was like, man, there's no way I was going to give up $40 for 4 miles. Because when I told him that it was, I was going to leave out $40, he said, well, I can basically get somebody to come here for that. I said, okay. And that was interesting. Anyway, one thing that I do in negotiations like that, if it gets to a point where they just keep going, one tip I can give you is to tell them this. Look, I got to ship all of these products out. If they persist, blow up the price sheet to where they can only see what they're selling and what you are getting paid. Usually it stops right there. It stops right there. And they'll say, okay, why? Because you're appealing to their humanity. You're appealing to their humanity. All right, so it works every time. But see now, if you're offering 30 to 50%, you can't do that. You can't do that because you're leaving so much meat on the bone. You know what I'm saying? You're leaving a lot of meat on the bone. I can do that because I pay so high. Well, anyway, I know it's coming back to me because no one else in Chicago is paying that much. Well, anyway, another tip I can give you is to know who you're talking to. All right? Just know and don't leave no money on the table. Now, I'm not going to explain that because like I said, the way I look at this business, 10% is courses, 40% is guidance, the other 50% is experience. So I believe in the experience side of it. I believe in all of it, but some things you need to learn. And as you go about this business, you'll know who you're talking to. All right, so one thing I wouldn't do is offer 30%. That's just me though. I'm not offering 30%, because I want to make people feel, good, like they're getting some money. I want people to be satisfied with the price they sold their product at. I ask people sometimes. I had a conversation the other day. I said, what would you do if you had 5 or 6 boxes, right, of whatever count? Let's say 100 count. And they only offered you $100. No, $120. How would you feel? Now, I asked about 2 or 3 people this, and they said, I felt like I would be getting lowballed. And I said, that doesn't feel good, right? They said, no. I said, okay, then why would you make somebody else feel like that? All right, boom. Flat out, don't offer what you wouldn't feel comfortable receiving. Another tip I can give you is to ride around and take pictures. Now, this is ballsy. Ride around and take pictures of your competitors' bandit signs. And if it goes on too long, shoot them a picture of your competitors' bandit signs and ask them, let me know if you can get more. I'll verify and pay you that. Usually, it probably won't get there. But as a last resort, do that. I've done it. And every time like clockwork, they came back. They came back. Again, you can only get away with that though if you're paying high. You can't do that at 30 to 50%. You can't do that. You might be able to get away with it, but I doubt it. Well, anyway, my name is Blair. I want to thank everybody for watching. Remember, you can't gain momentum without traction. All right, you got 365 days to get it right. And to the next video, take care.